welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a look at a player said to be on Celtic's radar and scouting network for the position as third or fourth striker at Celtic to challenge Kyogo and O for the main two places. Also, a quick update on several potential moves in and out of the club, although it's been a relatively quiet news day so far. Now, first of all, the player that Celtic are said to be looking to bring in either this transfer window or the summer transfer window is a young Scottish player, Tommy Conway, 21 years old, 6'1", 5 Scotland under-21 caps with 1 goal. Tommy Conway plays in the English Championship for Bristol City. He's had 3 years playing for Bristol City. This season, 22 games, 8 goals. And over his career for Bristol City, 71 games, 21 goals and 5 assists. You may have seen him recently scoring a goal for Bristol City in their 1-1 draw in the FA Cup with West Ham, and then a couple of days ago scored the winner for Bristol City in their 1-0 surprise win over West Ham. He's a player who has trained with Scotland's full squad, although was never part of the matchday squad. He's a player that Stevie Clarke is said to be looking at to bring into the Scotland squad for the Euro Nations in Germany this summer, and so clearly is a player with a future. Now, I've had a wee look to try and find highlight reels and scouting reels on YouTube and on the internet from sources who are happy to share their videos. The main videos for him via YouTube are from the Bristol City club site, and those sorts of sites are notorious for not sharing their videos for copyright reasons. And there also are a few highlight reels of him scoring winning goals for Bristol City in the Cup and in the league. However, there is a good 6-7 minute collection of all his goals on the Bristol City YouTube channel, and so I would recommend having a look at that, but I haven't used any excerpts in this video. However, I have had a good look at all the available videos for Tommy Conway, and he does look like a player with really good pace, very good instincts for getting into the 6-yard box and scoring, and good in the air, is 2-footed, has also good ability playing on the last shoulder, similar to the way that Kyogo does, and also losing the defender in the box, get himself into space, either to score himself or to set up one of his teammates. Does seem a very good finisher. He also has good judgment and good vision, and so quite often does set up a teammate who's in a better position to score in the box, and so isn't a greedy striker and appears to be a very good team player. And also the feedback is he's been a very good leader in the under-21 squad for Scotland. So I think Tommy Conway could actually be a player who would do a very good job for Celtic. I think he's a player at 21 who has the potential to get better and better. He already has good ability in the air, good ability with both right and left foot, a good finisher, and I think he can only get better and better. Now, as I said earlier on, he plays for Bristol City in the English Championship, and so I think he's perfectly able to take the next step up to play for Celtic, similar to a Gary Hooper, who did very well in the English Championship, or if you look at someone like Matt O'Reilly, again, came to us via Wimbledon. And so I think Tommy Conway could well be a very good option for Celtic. Has the benefit of being Scottish and having a degree of loyalty to the nation, and also may well jump at the chance to come and play for a team with a yearly Champions League experience, and also regular cups and leagues and medals to be won as well. And also, it may well solidify that chance of getting into Stevie Clarke's squad for the summer in Germany. So, would strongly recommend you having a wee look at the footage on YouTube and on the internet, having a look at his stats. And I would not be too surprised if he is a player that Celtic look very closely at getting in this window or in the summer. Plays for Bristol City, who are currently in a battle for the playoff places in the English Championship. There are a lot of teams within a couple of wins of the playoff places in the English Championship. His club do seem quite safe from any threats of relegation, and so it may well be that Bristol City aren't looking to sell him on at this time. His contract has about 18 months to go. He's said to be valued around £2.5 million. But it may be at the end of the season, if Bristol City don't get into the playoffs, that with at that time a year to go in his contract, it may well be that a firm offer from Celtic does get him to come to us. So we'll see what we'll see over the next wee while with him. A couple of wee other updates on Celtic players. Just a wee update on the Asian Cup. Marco Tilio was an unused sub for Australia in their 1-0 win over Syria. Does mean Australia are into the knockout stage, and so Tilio will be away for at least another couple of weeks or more, which might throw a wee bit of a wrench or spanner in the works regarding loaning him back to the Australian League if he's currently used in the Asian Cup for the full Australian team. I wouldn't be too surprised if Tilio isn't one of the starters in their next game next Tuesday, both to keep up everybody's match fitness and also to rest a few of their first choice starters as well. So hopefully Marco Tilio will get some game time for Australia next week. Few wee other news stories. There carries on being a three-way battle for the signature of Vata, with Bologna, Sampdoria and Como. No definite movement on that yet. Gustav Lagerbielke now has a third team from Serie A looking to loan him. Hellas Verona, another of the mid-table top Serie A teams, along with Genoa and Lecce, looking to take Lagerbielke there for the rest of the season. On the same topic, the move of Yoki Kobayashi back to Yokohama Marinos, the club that Harry Kewell has taken over as manager, and that now seems to have gone away and is no longer planned, and also slightly confusingly coming out of Celtic. There's now no intention of selling or loaning Kobayashi in this transfer window, which I do find a bit confusing, as just a couple of weeks ago he was one of the 2 or 3 certainties to be leaving the club, and said to have no future again at Celtic. However, Rodgers and the coaching team seem to have changed their mind, or there may be some hitch or problem that they're not releasing, which prevents Kobayashi leaving at this time. Does seem a very good time to loan or sell players back to Japan, as their season starts in around about a month's time and runs through to November, December, and so would give us the ability to have Kobayashi back at the club for 2025 after having had a strong season in Japanese football. However, that does not appear to be Rodgers' plan anymore. Also, another rather confusing story is that Rodgers and the coaching team have asked for negotiations for Jung Hoiijdonk, the South Korean midfielder, to be restarted, as Rodgers is keen to get bodies in to the club, which seems contrary to what he was saying a few weeks ago when he says he needs to get 6 players out of the club. Jung is a talented young South Korean midfielder. We do seem to have quite a number of good quality midfielders fighting for the usual 3 starting positions, and of course just a few days ago we loaned another South Korean midfielder, Kwon, to St Mirren for the rest of the season. So I do wonder whether this is a story that's been created or made up by a journalist or internet fan site to drum up some hits and clicks on their website, as I cannot really see any sense in the story. One other little update is it would appear that Celtic's interest in Thiago Araujo, the left back from Estoril, has now gone away. Estoril have been asking for £4 million, which Celtic quite rightly think is way above what Araujo is worth. Araujo undoubtedly is a good attacking player, but is rather a poor defender. Doesn't usually play that often in a back 4, much more suited to being a wing back or even a left-sided midfielder. And it does appear that the interest in Araujo has now stopped. No further stories on any other players such as Beck or Van Hoiijdonk, although the story at Bologna is that Bologna will be selling Van Hoiijdonk as soon as they get a new striker in, and they are said to be close to signing a 19-year-old Argentinian named Castro from Vélez Sarsfield, and so it may well be in a few days' time that Celtic can start negotiating again with Bologna regarding Van Hoiijdonk, who I personally think would be a good player for Celtic to sign at this time. No other stories to update on, and so over the next day or two we'll have a wee chat regarding the Bucky Thistle Cup match at the weekend, who Rodgers is likely to start, who he's likely to have on the bench, and also a wee prediction of what I think will be the starting lineup and what will be the eventual score. So for today, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. For all those watching the video who haven't yet subscribed, do consider clicking that subscribe button and get the numbers up towards 350, which would be lovely. Remembering there's also the daily trivia question in the community section, and also with each video there's the comment section, and I'm always delighted to read comments regarding the video, regarding the issues at Celtic, or any questions and queries, and I'll get back to you quick as I can via the comment section or in future videos. So for today, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Chat again tomorrow, and so goodbye and hail, hail.